They're off and racing over the 1200 metres, and a good start was made by Jackster, actually showing a bit of early pace. So too is Taj Neom in the green colours, and also prominent there from stall number 1 is Jana Aldea. So that's just about your early leader. Taj Neom still very much up with the pace. Then we got Amarillo Gold, who's working down from a wide draw in the hands of Camilo Ospina. Jackster is just being shunted back through the field a little bit. Right round the outside, Rock Sound is also prominent. The next wave is headed by Kaida, who's towards the inside rail. Also there is Malika in mid-division, the red cap. Towards the wide outside, trying to get involved is Bashawat, but on the 3 wide train as they start to swing round the bend. They'll be levelling up for home very shortly, and it's Jana Aldea to on the outside. Amarillo Gold has had a much better run round the bend than last time, and Amarillo Gold has hit the front to Jana Aldea, who's racing in second. Down the centre of the track, trying to get going in third is Rock Sound, and then Taj Neom, but it's Amarillo Gold who's hit the front to Rock Sound, who's now throwing down the challenge in second. Amarillo Gold, those finding a bit more for Camilo Ospina out in front, goes on by a couple of lengths to Taj Neom the grey, who now moves into second. Amarillo Gold and Taj Neom racing up towards the line. Amarillo Gold needs that line. Taj Neom is diving to the wide. They go, it's close. I think Taj Neom just got there. They're off and racing. Very, very awkward start there for Alessa, who was knocked around a bit in the early stages. Very good early speed from Hasfa Hill. The green cap, the sheepskin noseband goes forward as we expected. Ademat Alamir is also prominent, as indeed the red sleeves of Al Reem, who's also not too far away from the pace. Shiblet Commend is in the purple jacket with the white cap prominent. So too Manea Al Khair in the green colours. Very wide on the track at the moment. Aventurain Al Arab, also Sokut, is very wide on the course too as they start to make the swing here, opening 400 metres in 25.454 seconds, and it's Hasfa Hill that's just about leading them to the red jacket of Ademat Alimar racing in second. Then in third spot Al Reem, who's definitely poised. Then up the inside rail Moth Hilar, who's now making a little bit of headway. Right round the outside Manea Al Khair is trying to get going as well, but this Hasfa Hill's had a lovely run round so far and leads by 2 or 3 lengths as they swing for home. 2 in second position Ademat Alamir. They're then followed in third by driven along Al Reem. Right round the outside Manea Al Khair is trying to get going, but Hasfa Hill has slipped the field here inside the final 400 metres now, and it's Hasfa Hill by 5 or 6 lengths and piling on the pressure out in front. Ademat Alamir racing in second. Down the centre of the track Al Reem is trying to get going, but they're all getting going in vain behind Hasfa Hill, who's well clear and racing up towards the line. A near miss for Camilo Ospina in the first, but he's going to find the bullseye here in race number 2. Hasfa Hill the winner. Ready and they're off and racing. Slow start from Munshine, who's very awkward out the gate. Good beginning from a Rez, who goes forward in the early stages. Another one that wants to get into a good early posse is Basha Al Anea towards the outer or the wide part of the track. Al Modajal is also prominent as well in the early stages, as indeed just nestling in behind the pace is Mikdam Al Sad. Bashir Al Anea not too far away either, and the red colours towards the outer is Al Nahel on debut, getting into a good early posse as well. So it's Al Nahel that leads to Rez, who races in second. Then right up the inside there is Saudi Magic. Camilo Ospina taking up his usual position. Al Modajal is also prominent there, the sheepskin noseband, the grey cap. They're then followed by the black and yellow colours of Bashir Al Anea. Towards the outside, A's Nayaf is trying to get a little bit closer as well, getting a first mention. Starting to make the swing now though, and it's Rez in the hands of Yusuf Al Hussein, who's leading the charge at the moment, the 10. To in second position round the outside in second, Al Nahel, who's going well on debut. Al Modajal now being asked some serious questions. Saudi Magic's trying to sneak up the inside. Al Moassess is getting going down the centre of the track as well, but it's Rez that leads him at the moment, but only just. Here comes the red colours of Al Nahel though on debut. Al Nahel, but now down the centre of the track getting into it is Al Moassess, who's staying on very strongly, so too Azizan, but it's Al Nahel that leads, going on by a couple of lengths, just getting a little bit green out in front, and absolutely flying home is Azizan, and Azizan has picked them all up here to win. And they're off and racing. Good start from Maruf, but that one just taken back. Another one that's going well in the early stages, Dinar Alanea, into a prominent posse. Another one that's breaking the line is Obayat Al Mohammedir in the green cap towards the near side. Makam Al Bada is in the black cap with the red sheepskin noseband. Alamay is towards the outer there, also in the white and purple colours. Rams is pretty prominent in the run. They're then followed by Yamtaz, who's a little bit wider on the track there in the sheepskin noseband as they make the turn. They're then followed towards the outer by Alamay, who's also not too far away. And after that, making a little bit of headway now is Escandro as they start to make the turn here. And up the inside, it's the maroon and yellow colours of Dinar Alanaya, who's just about the leader. To in second position on the outside, the green cap of Alamay. They're then followed in third by Sati Al Mohammedir as they make the swing for home and level up towards the judge. Then after that, Maruf is now getting into this as well. And also Marut, horse number 13, now moves into second spot. But as they level up for home, it's Alamay who's kicked on and finding plenty. Marut is getting rather green as they start the run for home. Obayat Al Mohammedir is persevering as well, but looks like Alamay has slipped the field here in the green cap in the white stable colours and is 3 or 4 lengths to the good and racing up towards the line. Alamay too strong for them in the end. Well, they're off and racing now. Very, very slowly away was Thalel Al Khaladir. Didn't seem to fancy going on at all as they make their way through the early stages of this maiden handicap for Arabian horses. And it's Haida Al Wathbar, the green and white colours, who leads them at the moment, to Iris de Violette, who got that rail position and has used it well. Then Alpha Mega and Wigberto Ramos, followed then by Suyul Al Gaia, the grey horse there in the orange and black colours. Then a Helal Al Dam. At the back of the field is Thahel Al Khaladir, the very, very slow starter. Through the first 400 metres in 27.73 seconds, which is a good 2 seconds or more slower than the thoroughbreds. And it's Haida Al Wathbar who leads them, to Iris de Violette up the inside, the sheepskin noseband in second. Just being driven along now, Alpha Mega, Wigberto Ramos getting quite animated in the saddle. Suyu Al Gaia is after that. Helal Al Dam getting a little bit closer in the dark blue colours and just sneaks up the inside rail and suddenly ticks 1 or 2 of them off. As they make the swing for home, it's Iris de Violette who's gone the shortest way and leads them to Haida Al Wathbar in second. Still travelling strongly, Helal Al Dam up the inside. Then Suyu Al Gaia, and down the centre of the track trying to find another run is Alpha Mega. But inside the closing stages they go. It's Iris de Violette who continues to lead and just now lengthens away from them. Iris de Violette by 3 or 4 lengths to Helal Al Dam, whose run has just petered out somewhat. Then down the centre of the track, Alpha Mega. But as they race up towards the line, Iris de Violette is well clear, has dominated this race from a good draw and from the front, and racing up towards the line, Iris de Violette, the 3, is going to go on and score very comfortably indeed. Gates back and away they go. Medar was a little bit ponderous from the gates. Matnook as well was also quite slowly away as they sort themselves out over this mile trip. Fars Al Wagar, the 8 horse, has gone on into a good prominent posse early. Also up there is Junior Audible in the maroon and yellow colours. Another one that's prominent in the early stages is Zilia, who's got into a nice position just off the back of the speed. This favourite Medar, well, just towards the back at the moment, the green cap. Camillo will have to circumnavigate his way through quite a few horses to get the job done here. Towards the outside, Sarden, the blue cap, but also a little bit further to the left as we look at them, Kamra Al Mohammedir, and then Sultan Road, who's also in danger of taking this turn very wide, as indeed is Hadlan. At the moment, the field trails all the way back to the Bill Collector, and Bint Massar is also outpaced. Starting to make this long turn for home, 800 metres in 48.65 seconds, and it's Fars Al Wagar who leads them at the moment. Round the outside, Sarden is still travelling okay. In between the pair. Ziljan is now being asked a question. Is moving up now, Medar, but still got a bit of work to do. And Camilo Ospina is more or less flat to the boards. They're then followed up the inside by Yaflan, the blue cap, who's trying to get going as well. Making the swing for home. Sardet has hit the front here and still travels very smoothly on debut. The leader now by about half a length. So in second position, Ziljar, who's trying to persevere. Medar is going to have to get going from there, is making progress. Now down the centre of the track, getting going as well, is Jubail from the back of the field as they make their way inside the closing stages now. Sardet, but Jubail is really staying on very strongly. Sardet on the far side, Jubail with a length to find, can't do it. And Sardet, that was a very nice performance on debut. They're off and racing. Reasonably level break. One that was a little bit slowly away was Zaid Al Khair. That one has gone to the rear of the field as they sort themselves out in the early part of it, though. Nakesh, the red cap, has got into a very good early position. Here we are is also prominent. Towards the outside of that one is Saud Al Khail, who might have to take the turn in a fairly wide position, though does have a bit of time just to float down a little bit nearer that rail. They're then followed by Mutahadi, who's not too far away. Another one that's prominent there towards the inside is Amir Al Maidan, and also there Kalaf, who's trying to burrow through up the inside rail. Towards the outer, Yakil is very wide on the track, as indeed is Mountain Top, as they start to make the run towards the turn out of the back straight. And it's Nakash in the hands of Mohammed Al Daham, who leads them at the moment. To Here We Are, who's been on the shoulder throughout in second. Then round the outside in third position is Saud Al Khail, who's nicely poised. They're then followed by Mountain Top, still very wide on the track is Yakil, but travelling okay. The two-tone green of Yamne gets a first mention, still towards the rear of the field. Zaid Al Khair, who was a very slow starter, and also Seattle Rain starting to make the turn for home. And it's Nakesh, the blue sleeves, out in front to Saud Al Khail, who's racing in second. These two just pairing off a little bit now to have driven along Yakil in third. They're then followed towards the outer by Mountain Top, who's beginning to stay on from the back of the field. But as they swing for home, Saud Al Khail has hit the front and is stretching on here to Nakesh in second. And then after that in third, Yakil is only finding the one pace. But don't worry about Saud Al Khail finding only one pace. He's going through the gears here and going to score very nicely indeed in the hands of Tariq Al Mansour. Saud Al Khail inside the final half furlong now, drawing off to win. Mountain Top has plugged on nicely into second. From the back was Khalid Al Mohammedir to finish in third. Stand by, they're off and racing once again over the 1600 metres. Looking to get across after a good start is Rational Choice. Camilo Ospina, a dab hand at getting a good posse from a wide gate. He's looking to try and do that now. Also prominent in the run early is Nobody's Joke, but also pushing on through towards the inside is HMS Endeavour. So it's HMS Endeavour who leads to Citella, who's racing in second. Then towards the outside in third, Nobody's Joke in that red jacket. Also up with the pace in the early stages is Mabea in the blue and white colours. Towards the wide outside as we look at it is indeed Rational Choice, who's looked to try and get across, has made a reasonable fist of it at the moment. Run Teddy Run is also there as well. Just tracking Rational Choice towards the wide outside is Mother Country as they start to make the turn at the top of the track. It's HMS Endeavour still with the lead. Drifting over though is Rational Choice. Run Teddy Run races in third position. Then after that in fourth spot, trying to get a little bit nearer now, is Never Alone as they start to make the swing for home. It's HMS Endeavour that leads them to in second position Run Teddy Run. Then right round the outside Rational Choice, who's come a little bit wide to try and produce a challenge. Then getting a bit nearer up the inside is Nobody's Joke, who's trying to stay on, but a lot of work to do from there. Citello is still in there pitching as well as they make the swing for home, and hitting the front now is Rational Choice from all the way across in box 19. Now goes on to Run Teddy Run, who's getting a little bit tired in second. Let down now down the centre of the track is Nobody's Joke, but there's plenty to do from there, and it's Rational Choice who's well clear in the latter stages. Rational Choice is going to be another one for Camilo Ospina by 4 or 5 lengths as they race up towards the line. Rational Choice goes on to score. Rare Ninja absolutely flying from the back, gets up for second. Gates back and they're off and racing through the early stages. A nice start was made by Shaman after all that messing around in the early part of the loading process. Wed Higher goes forward as well, as indeed does Mobatana. Another one that's prominent in the run up towards the outside is Solana, in quite similar colours to Wed Higher. Also towards the outside and looking to push forward is Mabhotha. So they're making their way through the first couple of furlongs here. In the next track, we have Dante in those green colours. Also there up with the pace at the moment is Al Rey Hajana. And that little group have just got on from one or two stragglers towards the rear of the field at the moment. Mashukat Al Riyadh and Motahera has got a lot to do from there as well. Another one that's a long way back in the run is Daklat Noura. So they're sorting themselves out here, and it's Shaman that leads. So on the outside now in second, Anud Al Muqtara, who's taken up a decent posse. Then up the inside, Colette Gala, the blue colours there, the red cap, and then just lurking in behind is Avila in those beige sleeves. The beige colours of Wed Higher is now being ridden along, but it's Shaman that's just loped on into the lead here. The Colette Gala in second, then Al-Nud Al-Muqtara around the outside in third. Bit of a gap now to Avila, who's just beginning to struggle, and the rest have all got work to do to get involved from there. Swinging for home, it's Shaman, still holding the call, but only just. Here comes Anud Al-Muqtara around the outside now, and it's Anud Al-Muqtara that goes on to lead to Shaman in second. Staying on strongly down the centre of the track is Avila, who's really now building up a head of steam, but it's Al-Nud Al-Muqtara that goes on by a couple of lengths. Anud Al-Muqtara now beginning to assert close home and racing up towards the line. It's Anud Al-Muqtara. Looked a good thing on paper and has obliged as such to, in second position, Dante, who stayed on well. Racing for this fillies maiden race once again. We're over the 1600 metres. Nice start was made by Mossa Wemar, just taken back in the early stages though. Slael has got out nicely. Early speed up the inside there from Speed Code, as we thought might eventuate. Also there is Al-Kayla in the pink and dark blue colours, so it's a Kayla that just about leads. The Speed Code in the black colours, who's racing in second position. They're then followed by Dewey, who's racing in third. One that's parked out wide is Webar from a wide gate. Another one that's quite wide on the track at the moment is Al Zamea. That's your front rank at the moment. Just now Slael around about 6 spots in the grey and black colours. Right up the inside rail is Sakakare, who's now making a little bit of progress. The yellow and black colours of Manet are also relatively prominent too. Field trailing back at the moment is Suli, who's just about the back marker. Starting to make the turn for home. Speed Code the leader. To in second position, Al-Kayla now just being niggled along. Towards the outside, Dewey is being asked a question. Nicely smuggled into this race now, Slael by Naif Al-Anazi, making good headway up the inside. Round the outer is Webar, the sheepskin noseband and the white cap. Swinging for home. Speed Code the leader. Set down for the drive now, Slael, the 4-horse in second. Right round the outside in third is Webar. They're then followed by a boxing on Mota Janesa, who moves into fourth. But as they go inside the final 400 metres now, it's Slael who's stretching away from them. Has had a lovely race set up and now goes on by 4 or 5 lengths to its second position, Webar, who's persevering from the back of the field. Juju's getting into it as well. But this is all about Slael, who was well clear as the race up towards the line. Slael by panels, an easy win. Now away they go. They are racing, making their way through the early stages. A nice start was made by Modja Thom. Also up with the early pace is Fade Alays, the green and white colours. Another one that's making good early headway is Sari Twake in the blue and red colours. The white and red colours, though, with the blue sleeves and making good headway in the early part of this race is Tamame, and it's Tamame who's lobbed on into the lead here. To in second position, Sari Twake. They're then followed by Sylvia, who's got a nice position there in third spot in the beige and brown colours. They're then followed by Faizat Sarah, who's taken up a nice posse. Sharm Jaish not too far away either, as they make their way towards the end of the back straight. They're strung out like Monday morning washing here as they make their way around the turn. And this long-time leader is Tamame, going on by 5 or 6 lengths now, 47.87 for the first 800 metres. Sari Twake sitting in second, Sylvia and Camilo Ospina going nicely in third position. They're then followed in fourth by Ala Jabou, who's now getting into this as well. Quite a few of these have not landed a blow. Nolan is towards the rear of the field with plenty to do from there. But it's Tamame who's clear at the moment. Shamila's paddock pick and is going really strongly to in second position Sari Twake, then Sylvia, who's boxing on only at the one pace, then Ala Jabou. From the back phase that Sarrar is staying on. Inside the closing stages now though, Tamame is still well clear in the hands of Abdullah Al-Kridis. The stride beginning to shorten, but inside the final 200 metres that's not going to matter. This race has won a long way out. Tamame out in front as they race up towards the line, getting very tired. It looks like it's just about going to hang on, is it? As they race up towards the line, yes! There they're off and racing for the 12th and final race. Al Sabek was a little bit slowly away in this Arabian contest. One that wants to go forward early is Zahi Al Jazra. That's in the black colours with the white sleeves. Another one that's relatively prominent in the run is this newcomer Lua Athbar. That one has floated down into a pretty good position as well. Towards the near side, or towards the rail, towards the right as we look at them, Rizq Al Khaladir. And also there is Naham right up the inside rail in the dark green and the white colours. Towards the back of the field, well, I say towards the back of the field, completely tailed off, is Jawad Al Khaladir, who will need to do a lot of work to win from there. Making their way onto the race course proper, heading towards the end of the back straight even, and it's Lua Athbar that's out in front, to in second position Rizq Al Khaladir. They're then followed up the inside by Naham. They're then followed in fourth position by the white sleeves of Zahi Al Jazra. Towards the outside, Raz Al Kale in the red and white colours is then followed towards the outer by Reem Al Aldliya. And then after that, being bumped along is Jalma de Violette, who's not really got into this yet, and Jawad Al Khaladir is right at the back of the field. So it's Lua Athbar that's just about coming through to match strides with Rizq Al Khaladir. These two, the grey Rizq Al Khaladir, the blue headgear of Lua Athbar. Then towards the outside, Al Sabek is now getting notably closer. They're then folded forth by Raz Al Kale. Then up the inside, Naham, who's now just beginning to lose a little bit of ground, and the rest are strung out in behind. Starting to make the swing for home very shortly. Rizq Al Khaladir, the leader, to Lua Athbar, who's on a pretty good race on debut, win, lose or draw. Al Sabek round the outside, coming wide to try and deliver a challenge, but it's Rizq Al Khaladir who still holds the call here as they make their way towards the final 400 metres. Trying to battle on is Lua Athbar, now being ridden along is Al Sabek, but it's Rizq Al Khaladir who still leads by a length or so. Lua Athbar, though, isn't going down without a fight. Al Sabek drifting towards the centre of the track, but inside the closing stages they go. One more furlong, and it's Rizq Al Khaladir to Lua Athbar, the 5-year-old, who's getting closer still. Inside the final 50 yards they go. Rizq Al Khaladir, but here comes Lua Athbar as they race up towards the line. Lua Athbar on debut has scored.